As we start things off today, we're looking ahead to some of those warmer months coming up this spring. Before we know it, planting season will be upon us. While there are many things to consider before the tractors get rolling, one thing to always keep in mind before any busy season is farm and ranch safety. During this year's Nebraska Ag Expo, we talked with the University of Nebraska Medical Center's Dr. Yoder to see how he was addressing that topic. With so many things to worry about in the agricultural industry, safety concerns may not always be at the forefront of the mind for many ag producers. However, injuries on the job can have a detrimental impact on time available to accomplish goals and contribute to unforeseen expenses.
So we want to present some topics that will help producers both be more productive and have less financial costs incurred. So injuries, if they do happen on operations, cost time and money. So how do we prevent those type of injuries? How do we keep people healthier and safer out there? So some things like having risk management plans. Oftentimes when we talk of risk management, we think about crop losses and weather-related incidents, but we can also picture that around legal risks and human risks. Employees aren't easy to find these days. So keeping our employees safe and healthy will help us keep our employees happier, and it's going to keep them around longer, and we're going to have them there to work for us.
Accidents can happen anytime, anywhere. However, some types of accidents are more common than others, and for the most part, should be more easily avoidable.
Sure. So the cropping type systems, we often will see machinery related injuries. Tractor rollovers are still one of the big things we see, and machinery entanglements. If we're harvesting crops, you know, the grain storage structures, grain bins and grain bin safety. And then if we're dealing with animals, we have some projects in feed yard safety. So the cowboys, there aren't many regulations out there on how to handle a horse. And we know that they're animals that have their own mind. So the animal side of safety, and then just managing the animals, managing their feed and feeding. So there's less seasonality in the animal agriculture. You're doing the same thing day in, day out, which is good and bad. And then in the cropping side, you're doing different tasks all the time, so you don't always think of the hazards. So there's different perspectives based on what type of operation you have.
Finally, when it comes to farm machinery and tools, you'll want to be certain you are up to date on machine manuals and maintenance. Furthermore, you'll want to ensure you're using the right tools for the right job.
Sure, so keeping your machinery maintained, so proper maintenance, so it's not breaking down in the field and you don't have unexpected events happening. That'll help keep you safer out there. Looking at the owner's manual or user's manual to make sure that you're doing the maintenance, that you're following all the safety precautions that are there. Around machinery, making sure the guards are in place and that you're using the machinery properly. And that always reminds me of shop safety. We were always told not to use a screwdriver as a hammer. So making sure we're using the appropriate tools when we're doing the tasks that we're doing not only makes them easier, more productive, but also safer.
If you would like to learn more about farm safety, you can visit the link on the screen. We've also posted the URL to the Market Journal website.